Hello everyone, welcome to my video, my very first video. Welcome to my channel. My name is Terry and I am a Motswana, and this video has been long. I've been wanting to do this video for the longest time. Actually, I've done videos and deleted them and just not posted them. So I hope this one I will actually post. So I'm a mother and a wife, a sister, a daughter, a cousin, a friend, all of the above. So I have been cash stuffing for a while, a year. Let me just say a year. And I've been doing this. I have some videos on TikTok, but I've realized that I need to do longer videos. So that's why I'm here. So cash stuffing has changed my life in so many ways. So I just want to share my journey and kind of break down how I do my stuffing. It might be different to the ones that I've seen, but this is my way. Everybody's budget is different. So I use the cash stuffing system to manage our finances. My husband works and I take care of the money and take care of the home. I don't work, but I do a few things. I sell stuff. I bake cakes, celebration cakes. I bake bread for people when there's celebrations. I cater. I do platters. I do a lot of things. So my husband's money takes care of the bills, and then my money goes to the sinking funds. That is my binders. I don't do a lot. I don't have a lot. It's kind of hard. My kids, I have two boys. The youngest is at school, and the oldest is just at home. He's not working. He's looking for a job. I have a stepdaughter. She's also not employed, but she's also looking for a job, and she's got two kids. And obviously that comes to us. I'm the eldest. My husband is the eldest. So as an African, we know what that means. So anyway, I'm just going to document my journey. So this is just an introductory video to introduce myself and my binders. And kind of show how I use them, because I've watched a lot of videos, I've watched a lot of channels, I'm subscribed to a lot of channels, and every single person, what I've seen is every single person is unique. They do their own stuffing their way, what works best for them. So this is what works for me. It might not work for everyone, but this is what works for me. So I just want to put that out there. So I do a budget. It took me a while. So how the cash stuffing system works is you use cash, or at least I use cash for my everyday spending, for my groceries, my food. I mean, my groceries, petrol, and all of that. I use cash. Even though petrol, I like to swipe to get F&B points, but I like to I like to swipe petrol. But sometimes you get to a petrol station and there's no network, the machine doesn't work or something. So I like to always have money in my wallet for petrol in case. So this is how I use them. I do my budget, and then at the end of the month, this is my cash envelopes. This is the money that I use throughout the month. I try to limit the money that we use for the household to this money only. My husband gets paid once a month at the end of the month. So I split the money into categories. I've seen some people split the money into week 1, week 2. I don't do that. I just have an envelope for groceries, and I put the money that I want to use for the month, and then I split it up into every week I stuff my wallet. I don't know if that makes sense, but this is kind of how I do it. So how I got to cash stuffing, before I do this, how I got to cash stuffing, I've always managed our finances at home, and I've always done a terrible job until my youngest finished school about 2 years ago, and we stopped paying school fees. We just assumed that our lives would be better once we finished paying school fees, but that didn't change. We were still struggling. We were still borrowing money. So me and my husband just thought something had to change. At one point, I wanted to give him all the reins and said, you know what, you take care of this because I'm terrible at this. I'm not managing. Of course, he said no. And then he just said, just keep trying, keep figuring out what you're doing wrong until you get there. You will get there. And he was right. So this is how I just went onto the internet and just went onto YouTube, just did a whole lot of digging into budgeting, and I came across Dave Ramsey, and this is how I got here, basically. Okay, so this is, let me just stop rambling and I just want to show you all my binders and how I use them, and hopefully someone can, get something and can draw inspiration from this. So this here is hubby, the kids, and myself. That's just money that I give to each one of us for the month for spending, because everybody always needs something. That's one thing I learned. Everybody always needs something. And if you haven't planned for it, they're going to need something and you're going to wonder where the money's coming from. So you've got a lot, according to your budget, yourself, your husband, the kids, money for them to spend. For me, I use the money for if I want to buy pens, stationery, my face stuff, if I see lipstick or just anything that I want personally for myself. That's what that money is for. And then my husband goes to work. Even though he takes food to work, the money that he gets spending money for, he uses that money to buy a Coke or just something he might want to buy a burger that day, or just something that he wants for himself, the kids as well. And then groceries, I buy food at the end of the month. My husband, when he gets paid, we just buy groceries. We just buy the big things. We buy your pap, your rice, your mabele, just everything. We buy all that, and then the money that I put in here is money for milk, top-ups if anything runs out, or if, the kids have used a lot of oil. I bought potatoes and they did chips, or they cooked magwinya or something and the oil is finished, we need to top up. That's what this money is for, because we always need to buy something. If I feel like, I want to bake a pizza, I want to make a pizza and I need to buy cheese or something, this is money that we use throughout the month. And then meat, same thing. We buy meat, but then there's always top-ups, breakfast meats, your dinshu, your liver, and whatever you want to buy. And then takeaways, it's just me and my husband at home. My son lives elsewhere, and my daughter lives elsewhere, and my youngest lives off at school. So sometimes I won't feel like cooking. So that's when we buy takeaways. So I budget a little something for that, and I put the money in here, and I try to allot us money for the week. And it also helps me with spending, because my budget is 500 pula for takeaways. I don't eat a lot of things. I've got ulcers, so I really don't eat spices and all of that. My diet is very limited. And then so I don't eat out a lot, but my husband can eat whatever he wants. So mostly this money is for him. It's not for me. So that is that. And then there's petrol. Like I said, I like to swipe, keep the money in the bank and swipe, but I just like to keep money in case the machine is not working or something. And then household, this is just things that we need for the house, like the batteries for the remote, the mop breaks, the bulb. We need bulbs, or I need to buy my whisk brace, or just money for things for the home. There's always something that we need for the home. Toilet paper can run out in the middle of the month, the paper towels, anything that we need for the household. That's how I use this. And then giving is whenever there's a need to give. There are people asking for money. There's the petrol station, the guy may ask for something. I just like to have a little something for that. Miscellaneous is just something I haven't planned for. Church, I go to church, so offerings at church, I budget for that, obviously. Prescriptions, me and my husband are on prescription pills. So this is the money that we pay when we get our prescription. My husband drinks and smokes. That's his money. Food buffer. Food is expensive. I like to leave a little something in here every month, so that if the money runs out, we've got something for food. My husband is a fisherman. He pays at the places he fishes. So that's the money for that. Car wash, obvious. Emergency is something that might happen that we didn't think would happen. Personal care, my hair, my husband's shaving creams and his aftershaves and all of that. And then these are just bills: electricity, water, and Wi-Fi. That's what the money is there for. And then Kalerata is just a stokvel or a motelo that I have with my friends. Motelo is just where a group of people come together, bring out money and borrow money. Okay, and then here we have um, my family binder. This, with my husband's pay, I stuffed this, and the family one and high priority. I stuff those every month without fail. My low priority and everything savings challenges I use with money that I bring in. So this is just money that we use throughout the month as well. Our necessities. So I like to use trackers. Trackers is just to break down the amount. Like for example, we don't go on date nights a lot with my husband, but when we do, I want to have money aside for that. So I've just done this. Let me just see if this is clear. Just to break it down, because to come up with 500 pula, especially if it's not in the budget, it's hard. But then if you've broken it down like I did here, I put 20 pula every time. This will ensure I put 21 pula actually. This is just to ensure that I've got this money when I need it. So I try to, I've just started this. That's why I've only colored in one, just to break this 500 pula down to these. Because if you're going to say what I have found with me, if I'm going to say I'm saving 500 pula and I just say, I never know how much to put in there, but this just helps guide me to how much I can put in here at a time. At least that's how I've interpreted this from what I've learned. So this is my necessities, my husband's necessities. The Ziggy is my eldest, the Zex is my youngest, my daughter, her kids, and then parents. As a Motswana, this one is kind of obvious. Siblings, also obvious. Nephews, nieces. Family fun is when we go out. My husband likes to take us on drives when the kids are home. When we're in one place, which is not a lot of times. Family is a contribution. The last time I used money from here, my uncle's wife's father passed away, and we had to contribute just as a token of our, that we're with them in their time of loss. And there was 200 pula that I popped out for that. So this is what this money is for. These are new. I've just started these. School uniforms, school necessities, and stationery. This is, like I said, for my nieces and nephews, as and when they need. I want to be able to help when the need arises. That's what I put this for both me and my husband. I'm the eldest, my husband is the eldest, so we've got a lot of nieces and nephews. Let me put it that way. And then my high priority binder. So my high priority binder, this is where I put money that I feel for things that I feel are important in my life. Like I said, I use trackers for everything. So this is my emergency. So because emergency fund, I want to have 10,000 in there, but I wanted to break it down so that I can feel like I'm doing something, like I'm accomplishing something. So I broke it down to 1,000. So I've laminated this so that I can do the 1,000, wipe it off, do it again. So that's how I use this, and then put the money in the bank for every 1,000. And then my son needs classes. As I told you, he's not working, so that's upon us to help him out. I've broken it down to 60 pula every time. And also because he's not on medical aid, he's over 20, he's 26, he's over. Should he get sick, God forbid, should he get sick, we want to be able to take him to a doctor and get him the help that he needs. And then electronics, cell phones need covers, screen breaks, the chargers, the whatnots, all of that. The money is that here for all four of us. And then health is, God forbid, someone should be hospitalized. Me, my husband, and my youngest, since we are on medical aid, we still have to pay the 10%. So this is just for that. Clothes, obvious, we need clothes. Even though we've got our other binder, should the money not be enough, we can always get from here and top it off. Fishing gear, my husband is a fisherman. He needs his fishing rods, his fishing gears, his fishing what. That's the money that I keep for that. I try to save for that. I doesn't have any money right now because I keep putting money, taking out, putting money, take. Anyway, story for another day. Maraka, as a Motswana, Maraka is kind of how we grew up. That's what we know. So fences break. We need vaccines for the animals. We need animals Like I said, I break it down so that I can keep on going, feel like I've accomplished something. So 1,000 I've laminated so that when I'm done, I wipe it off, then go again. That's how my brain works. That's how I do it. Birthdays, it's mine and my son's birthday in September. So I just put down a deposit. He wanted a pair of shoes. I just put down a deposit for some shoes. There was 200 pula in there. I don't think I'll make the 2,000 by September, but I don't really want anything. I've done enough birthdays. I'm just thankful to be alive. I don't do a big deal out of birthdays. I don't see the need, but the kids do. So this is just money for him. I'm not gonna I'll probably bake myself a cake or something. And then perfumes, we like perfumes, they're expensive. Like I said, I'm breaking it down. Perfumes are expensive, they're not 700, but 700 is me breaking this down so I can do a doable amount. And that's what works for me. And then contributions at work, this is for my husband. When somebody gets married, somebody's family member passes away, they contribute. And I found that there's a need for this. So I want to start having money in there for that. And then work trips, he just had a work trip that he used a lot of money. So I want to start having money for that as well. So that when he goes, they pay for his transport and his food and his hotel stays, but he still uses money. So that's why we need that for that buffer. It's just so that if there isn't enough, we can have, I want to have 1,000 in here eventually. Some of these are just dreams. I don't know if I'll actually manage, but it's worth a try. And then that's why I wanted a whole video for my binders, because there's so much to explain. There's so much in there. Okay, also low priority binder. So each one of my binders has a dashboard like this, so I can just break it down so I know how much at least to stuff in there. And then family contributors, as a Motswana we contribute, that's a given. Family Mahalape renovations, there are renovations that need to be done. Mahalape is where I come from. And then wedding attires, as a Motswana, we know weddings, we contribute. So I did a tracker as always, so that I can, let me just try and hurry this up, so that I can know how much to split it up for the clothes, shoes, the person, musiri, the tailor, that's just how I've done this to, I don't know if this can see, a Motswana will probably understand this better than someone who's not a Motswana. So, and then holidays, I actually just used up the money in here. I had like $100 in here, but there was a holiday in July, the president's holiday. So I just thought, let's just do a braai. We took money, bought meat, and did a braai at home. So that's what I'm studying again for September. I need to wipe that off actually. Postal box, this is my mother-in-law's postal box. We actually use it, but we paid, it's 300 pula, and it's due in December. That's why I wrote due in December, so I don't forget, because we forgot last year. I paid in February, and there were so many penalties, so I don't want that this month. So I just want, it's more so I don't forget more than anything. Renovations, Madinara. I've got a house in Madinara, it needs renovations. That's what this money is for. The water also in Madinara, that's what this money. The home, we might need cushions. You need to change your cushions. You need cushion covers to, I'm keeping the money in here. I've got 120 in there. I wanted this to be like 300 pula. So some cushions. I'm eyeing some cushions that I want to buy. Sorry. I'm eyeing some cushions. So that's what this money is for. Personal care. It's just so that the money that I have in my wallet, when I'm done with it, I can put it in here. Because usually I just go and buy useless stuff. So I just thought, sometimes, what if my husband's machine, that shaving machine, breaks? I want this money to be for all of us. For my dryer, should my dryer break, or hair iron, stuff like that. And then Kanye contributes. My husband comes from Kanye. This is contributions for there as well, should the need arise. And then here's the difficult one. This is for when I travel home. Like I said, I come from Mahalape, so when I travel, my husband works is far from home. So when we travel, I'm gonna need, every time I need to go home, I don't have enough money and I need to borrow money or get money. So this has helped me a lot because now I have an idea. Even if when I travel, I don't have 3.3, I'll have something. This kind of motivates me to get money for going home. So this helps. I've broken it down into petrol, food. When you get home, you've got to buy food. That's just how it is. If there's no bread or there's no meat or something, they look upon you, the visitor, to help. That's how we do things in Botswana. Every single Motswana, I'm sure, can relate to this. And then meat also. So even if you send them money at the end of the month, you've given them money, when you get there, they'll still want money. That's just how it works. It's just so normal right now. I don't know if that's how I'll be with my kids when I'm all grown, but that's just how it is. And then there's the fun, if I want to have fun with my friends when I'm there. And then also when you're home, you just want to kind of gift your mother something. And then even if I've just got 100 pula to give her, since I would have, it would still make a difference. And then home is, sometimes you're there, there's no electricity. They say, hey, please help. And you do that. So, and then home is that, and then miscellaneous, just something you might not have something that comes up when you're there. That's that. Okay. And then people's top-ups, this whole top-up thing that we have over here. These are the people that I've got coming. Their top-ups are coming, so I'm just saving up for them. This one is 300, 300, 300, 500. These are the dates. This one just passed. I just sent the money. I'm about to send the money, actually. It's going to be, I told them the money would be late. This is they had a party on the 17th. This one is December. This one is, and so on. So that's how that works. It helps me remember. It helps me save up for the money. And then this is family members' birthdays. Same thing. I just put this here so that I don't forget. Because hey, sometimes we forget these things. So these are the birthdays that I've got coming up. These are the dates. My brother, Mocha is my brother. I share a birthday with my brother. So I want to give him a little something for his birthday as well. He hasn't got a party or anything, but I just want to surprise him. Because I'm so organized now, I can afford stuff that I didn't afford before. Travel is just any other traveling that I may need. Any other traveling. I may want to travel to a city nearby, to a friend's wedding or something. I want to be able to have money for travel, even if it's not all the money, but it will help somehow. That's what I've found. Even if I haven't made the 2,000, whatever money I've got, if I've got to try and source money from elsewhere, it will help. That's what I know. That's my low priority, things that I don't always stuff. And then now comes my car binder. Obviously, car is obvious. Car is like a baby. It's like another child. You use money on the car all the time. Insurance, I just paid my insurance. I pay my insurance per year, for once a year, for the whole year, so that I'm a bit relaxed about that. I found that it's a bit cheaper and it works. So now I've just got to organize money for next year. I've got to start saving for car emergency, obvious. Cars have emergencies. Tires, I just bought tires. So this is empty. I just bought 2 tires, but I need to buy 2 more tires. So I need another 2,000. I'm saving up for that. Maintenance is just maintenance of a car. Car is expensive. You need money for a car. This is what's coming up. Last year I paid, the last time I serviced my car, I paid 2,500. So I don't know how much it's going to be, but that's my minimum budget for this year. And obviously the money's in the bank. It's not in here. Now I'm just, I want to have enough money for petrol. I think I've got 300 in here. Do I have 300? Yes. I've got 200 in the bank. And I've got 370. Yes, 370. Yep, 370. So I want to have at least 500 pula for petrol and for food when I take the car there. Ideally, I'd like to have 2.5. I've already got the 2.5 actually, but it's in the bank. And now I'm just organizing money for, like I said, petrol and food. And then registration and excess. Registration is not a lot, but the excess is a lot. Obviously, I've got it down. I've got a tracker for that. As always, registration. They told me last time there was hailstorm, and my car had all of these little, what you call them in English? You know, where anyway, the excess that I paid for that was 4,000, and they told me that excess for anything. The insurance company told me that excess for everything is going to be 4,000. So I thought that maybe I should start in case somebody bumps into me, or God forbid anything, another hailstorm comes. I have 4,000. This is like a dream. I don't think I'll manage, but anyway, doesn't help to dream. Doesn't hurt to dream. And then these are just long-term savings. My son wants a MacBook. So expensive, but anyway, these are just our savings. Zach, Gigi, my husband, and myself. And then our new home. We're building a house right now. So when it's done, I want to have all of these appliances, this decor, security. This is what I'm trying to save up for. I hope I can manage, but I'm trying. My husband wants a new car, but I don't know if we'll manage that. But you know how I use these binders, what I found is when I've got these categories put in here, every time I get money, there's no money being wasted. I know that I've got these things that need money from me, so they're there to help. Those are my binders, guys. This is my business binder. I think I'll show you in another video because this video is already too long as it is, and I want to go on a cruise, a holiday. So those are my binders, guys. And then I've got coins. I'll show you my wallet in my next video, sorry. So that's me and how I use my binders. I don't know if you guys will be interested in me doing a budget with me. I do a lot of meal planning, check-ins and all of that, just to see how I do my budget. If you guys are interested in that, just let me know. Comment down below. Tell me what you think of this video. Is it clear enough? Do you understand what I'm saying? Do you understand me? Is anything unclear? If anything is unclear, you can just comment down below. Let me know what you think. And that's me. Please come along on this journey with me. See how I try and navigate our finances at home. I found that this system works for me. It's really worked. I'll also do a savings challenge. I do a lot. I contribute to a few savings challenges, and those I find help me out a lot. So I'm really enjoying this. It's funny because allocating money and figuring out where your money goes was not fun before I started this. It was terrible. I'd be stressed out, but now it's fun. I enjoy it. I look forward to my cash stuffings. I look forward to watching all the videos that I watch. And I just hope somebody else can get something from this, especially as a Motswana, the challenges that I know we face as Motswana. So comment, guys, subscribe, and please be nice. And please, I know some people can be really cruel out there, but please try to be nice. This is my first video. I don't really know what I'm doing. I will figure it out with time. But thank you for watching. If you've watched this far, thank you so much. And subscribe, comment, like. See you in the next one. Bye.